Hi, I'm Debbie. I'm with It's Party Time Tupperware team, and we love doing meal prep. But it's a hard concept to understand, so I decided today to do one of the items that we do at meal prep, and we do a 4 cheese stuffed shells. And everybody at my house loves to eat it, so if you meal prep it and stick it in the freezer, it's an easy meal for when you're not home, and they love it, so they don't mind that you're not home, right? We'll see. So first thing we have to do is we have to make the stuffed shells, and I hope you can see the recipe over here. I'll try to put it in the video. First thing you do is the Tupperware pasta maker, and this is awesome. You can make any kind of pasta, lasagna, macaroni, spaghetti. It has marks on the end for 1 cup, 2 people, 3 people, how much water to put in it. It also has a strainer, so after you're done cooking it, you strain the water and then you still use it in this container. So I'll explain the rest of the stuff as we go along. So first thing we're going to do is get the shells started because that one takes a little while to cook and they have to cool off before you can stuff them or you're going to have burnt fingers. So we use 22 to 25 stuffed shells. So you put them in here and always carefully measure everything. That's 22. When you put the water in here, you have to make sure it covers the shells. It won't cook if it's not covered. So I've covered all the shells with water and I'll put it in the microwave for about 14 to 15 minutes. I love having the sink here so I can wash my hands all the time. So this is the stuffed shells. I've used the top to strain it. I didn't think you wanted to stand here and watch me cook it for 15 minutes and then let it cool off. So that's the thing. You drain it like that. And then you have the shells like that. Oops. So you have the shells ready to be stuffed. One of the things that we use is the cheese grater. This is the cheese grater. It sticks onto your counter and goes all the way down. And it locks in this piece. And then you can put the shredder, the grater part in, and attach it to the handle. The grater is awesome for cabbage, cheese. You know when you buy the packaged cheese at the store? It has like fillers and cornstarch so it doesn't stick together. But mine doesn't because we use the grater to do it. Now, first thing we have to do is it says 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. So this is the mozzarella cheese. I buy whatever is on sale. People have heard me say that before, but if there's a coupon and it's on sale, it's the best price you can get it for. So we're going to grate it into here, and it fits. It says 2 cups. We'll have at least 2 cups in this recipe because I love cheese. And our measuring cups are awesome. So that's 1 cup. See how easy it is to grate the cheese? No effort at all. Of course, You have to have a little bit extra. I think it says to use a 1 cup of mozzarella cheese because the other cup goes on top. We'll put a little bit more than a cup. I like cheese, can you tell? Okay, so that's 1 cheese. Then the next cheese is Parmesan cheese. So we'll leave this here for when we do on top. And Parmesan cheese. And these cute bowls. You don't have to worry about cleaning the cheese out in between cheeses because they're all going to get dumped in this bowl together. So, and Tupperware has awesome knives. Everything in my Tupperware kitchen, my demo room, studio, it's actually not a studio, it's a 1-bedroom. But anything in here is Tupperware, or it's not allowed in the room. Unless it's like a rubbish bag, because Tupperware doesn't make rubbish bags yet. Okay. This is the Parmesan cheese. And we need 3/4 of a cup. And remember to smile once in a while. I actually get really stressed when I'm doing videos, so I want to do it right, and I feel like I'm going to do it wrong, and everybody's going to watch me do it wrong, and go, ah. And then, I grew up on Kauai. I don't want to just accidentally swear or something. Okay, so there's just about 3/4, but I did save some for on top. I don't want to put that much extra. Okay, so we have Parmesan, mozzarella, extra Parmesan. Now we're gonna do Asiago. I hope I'm saying it wrong. If not, in your mind, pronounce it the right way. Okay. This one only takes. I think this is a really strong cheese. Strong tasting cheese, so you don't need as much of it to get the taste. And that's 1/2 cup. Isn't that neat? All the cups, measuring cups I have. Okay, that's 1/2 cup. Okay, so you counted 3 cheeses so far. The 4th cheese is regatta cheese. It kind of binds it all together. And you need a 16 or 15 ounce container. I think this one is 15 ounce. I buy whatever is on sale, the store brand. We do not save these containers for food. Use Tupperware, it keeps the food better. You throw these plastic containers away. Remember when I grew up, they had plastic containers. You had to search through all the butter dishes for stuff. There's regatta cheese, so you can buy the store brand. You can buy whatever is on sale. Tastes the same. Use 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. It's funny if I put the wrong one in. But at least it's not a demo where you guys have to eat it after. Although I think after you see it made, you're going to want to eat it. So 2 teaspoons. And get rid of all this extra stuff we don't need. Okay, so this is the Ultra Pro lasagna pan. I love it. I serve food in it all the time. I cook in it all the time. It can go in the microwave. It can go in the oven up to 425 degrees or 450. Dishwasher safe. It doesn't stick. Food doesn't stick to it like other food. So that's pretty awesome. And then you can freeze in it, take it out from the freezer and put it in the microwave. You can stick it in the freezer and put it in the oven. It just works great. Other thing that I like is, I don't know about where you live, but in Hawaii we have flies. Sometimes we have way more flies than other times. There's a lip that goes around, that goes inside. It's hard to see, but there's a lip, and it goes in and it seals it, so the flies can't get in it. So that keeps the food safe from flies. It says to put some of the jar of sauce on the bottom of the pan. Ragu was on sale. I had a coupon. Awesome deal. We want to try and save money whenever we can. It makes it easier to save money, and we feed our kids healthy. Now, when I'm doing this, I can do several meals at one time. If you don't have that many Ultra Pro lasagna pans, you can buy these containers at the store and bake it in that, not with the lid, but with this. But that way, while you're doing all of this, you can make more than one meal at a time. When we do the meal prep workshop, you're making only one set of meals one set for a family of 4. But I'm at home by myself today, and I can make as many meals as I want and freeze them. And then that way, I don't have to do it again for a while. So meal prep can go a couple different ways. Okay, so you mix this up really well. That's pretty good, huh? You ever wonder how they stuffed the shells? Or what they stuffed it with? Now you know. This spoon is awesome. This is the Tupperware. It's like a spatula or a serving spoon, or you can mix with it. It's great. So now we need to take a shell, and you open it up, and you stick cheese in there. That look good, and then you put it in a row. Tupperware does not make this size spoon yet. The only reason this spoon is in here. It doesn't take very long at all. A couple of things that I learned is while you're waiting for the shells to cool off, or you're setting up, to take the shells out of the water right away, or they'll disintegrate. They just keep cooking and fall apart eventually. One thing about this meal is that when I'm making it, they see me making it, and I can't get it in the freezer. I have to cook it for dinner that night. So I have to make a couple of them at one time. Make a couple of them at one time so that we have one in the freezer for when I'm busy and I don't feel like cooking. I can just put it in the oven or the microwave. If you want to microwave it, it's fast, and then just put it in the broiler to brown the top a little. You can do that too. I don't know about on the mainland, but in Hawaii, you can't always find jumbo shells. Okay, I couldn't. All the stores I went to, I live in Waianae though, so it's probably part of the problem. All the stores I went to didn't have any shells, so I ended up having to make stuffed manicotti, which actually, other than trying to get it in that tube, I'm sure somebody has a secret way of getting it in the tube, but shoving it in there was a little bit difficult, but it tasted really good. So stuffed manicotti, that's the round one, like the tube-shaped one. Of course, If you have a lot of people in your family, you can make a couple trays of this, or shove them all in one container. I know already, as soon as somebody sees this, they're gonna want to eat it tonight instead of whatever I was planning on making for dinner. But that's okay, because I'll make extra. Some people at the meal prep workshop don't put very much cheese in it, but most of the people that eat at my house like the cheese, so we stuff a lot of cheese in it. Yeah, I'm almost done. I have a couple of people that have done the meal prep that it's so lined up so perfectly. Not mine. Mine, wherever it fits, it fits. Try to always make sure you use all the cheese. It's not really one of those things you want to dump on top. Okay. That is done. That was pretty easy, right? You have a whole pan of stuffed shells. You don't have to buy at the store. I don't know how much they cost. I don't think you can even buy them in Hawaii. I'm not sure. Maybe a mainland branch like Safeway might have. And the rest of the sauce goes on the top, like that. You can just pour it on, or you can make sure each one is covered. But it really makes a really nice Italian dish. We don't have too many Italian restaurants in Hawaii. Definitely don't have the Olive Garden, which would be awesome. I keep hoping they're going to have an Olive Garden soon. But maybe it's better if they don't have an Olive Garden, because I want to eat there all the time. Okay. Do not save this for food either. This is to be thrown away. People put food in, and don't put food in there. It's not good. You only store food in Tupperware because it'll keep it fresher longer. This is the extra mozzarella cheese. About a cup of it. Of course, it's probably a little bit more than a cup because I like cheese. And then the Parmesan cheese. There. And it's done. Does that look good? It looks good. You may have to have that for lunch. You put the cover on and you can stick it in the freezer. You stick the cover on and you bake it for about 20-25 minutes. Then you take the cover off and then you let it brown a little. So you can, about 350, 325. You can check it, see if your oven runs hotter or not. But you bake it like this, it gets brown on the top, and it's all good to eat. Go. So I'll see you later. I'll put it in the oven and I'll bring it out later and let you see what it looks like cooked. Okay, bye. Bye for now. Hi, I'm back. And I've taken it out of the oven. Of course, I have my Tupperware oven mitts because it's pretty hot. But here's the cheese, stuffed cheese, and shells. Doesn't that look good? Now that's a lot for lunch. This is lunchtime right now. I have something else I'm making for dinner. This is a meal prep. So first I want to show you what it looks like when you want to eat it. I love all the cheese. So that's one shell. Doesn't that look good? Have a couple shells with tossed salad on the side. You have an awesome lunch or dinner. These are vet and serve. They go into the freezer, into the microwave, into the oven. So you can put stuff in here, cover it, seal it, stack it in the freezer. Stack it in the freezer. If you want stuffed shells for lunch, they're made already. So the chances of me having leftovers, if I don't take some out and do it now, are 0 to none. So they really are pretty filling. So 4 or 5 would be way more than enough for our lunch. You know, just put extra sauce and cheese in there. The Vent and Serve are great. Instead of buying your meals, they have a lot more preservatives in them when they're freezing them and putting them for sale in the marketplace. And you don't exactly know what you're getting in it. It's a controlled environment at your house. Not controlled environment at the factory where they work. So sometimes it makes you kind of scary to think what they're doing, but we won't worry about that. This is four shells, and we cover them. These are a pretty purple color, but right now we have a pretty blue color that's for sale. You can, before you stick it in the freezer, make sure that it's cooled off a little, and then put the vent down, and then you stack them like that. You can mark it with labels, or Tupperware has some freezer labels that I can get for you. But this is 2 lunches this week, and we have lunch today for everybody that's home. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.